What the heck's going on? What country are we living in? I don't know. Hi, it is a Friday. Can you believe it's a Friday? They already said we could kick off of work, early on a Friday. Don't tell them I always do that on a Friday. I mean, I get my stuff done in the morning, you know. But then, right, it's a 3 day weekend. Start of the 3 day weekend. Super excited. I'm not that excited, but for me, it'll just be an awesome opportunity to, uh, yeah, to stream on a daily basis. I'm a little late today. I just had to make some lunch, but this is great. I could have a solid 2 hour stream. We could do some Microsoft Flight Simulatoring. I don't know exactly what we're gonna do in that regard. There'll be a break where I'll be playing the big brain games. Why am I not in the middle of the picture? There we go. That's better. It's just a chair issue, a chair misconfiguration, because the screen is about right. Let's see. We got no drop frames. Everything seems to be running on the audio end pretty well. It's about right audio level, right? I think so. It's not too high. It's about right. Oh, yeah. So I'm starting up Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, not 2024. I thought it might be a fun day. Oh, I want to see here. Let's just see what this says here. It says updates are available. This is the 2020. Last time we were there, we were flying the pink. Ooh, interesting. What is it? This is one of my favorite planes. And there's an August 15 release. Improved control bindings, continuous flap system. Oh, the F-86 Sabre has a continuous flap system. Engine shut off also with unlimited fuel. Well, I don't use the unlimited fuel. Apparently, if you had unlimited fuel on, you couldn't shut down the engines, which I think is a problem with a bunch of planes. But I don't have unlimited fuel turned on. Boy, that's a pretty minor change in the last 4 years. The gyrocopter would be better. I didn't get a chance to download it yet. That is definitely on the list for tomorrow. And it's like at the top of the list. I think the gyrocopter would be better. You're right. I would definitely say I could fly that 10 arc pretty well. But now I'm really okay. Let's just get this guy. Let's just do the install. It should not take too long to install, but the C-22J is one of my all-time favorite planes. We're going to cold start it. We're going to have a good time. We're just going to have to download it. And where we're going to fly it? Well, there's another city in the recent City Update 12. The last one is Leipzig. Right? I'm pretty sure we haven't been to Leipzig. I don't know. It doesn't matter. We're going to Leipzig. Those German cities are always providing a lot of content. All right, this should say all the downloads are completed. All right, that's fine. Oh, your Miata club trip. So there'll be a whole pack of Miatas, kind of convoy, we'll call it there. Wow. That's maybe you can take a picture or two of like a bunch of Miatas and drop them in my Discord. I would really like to see that. All right. So plane. Actually, we can get right. So we were doing the flying pink school bus last time. I think isn't the Caproni up here at the top here? Here he goes. Yeah. Oh, no, that's the Fuga. The Caproni is kind of down here somewhere. 20 Miata. I hope it's by 20 Miatas. 20 cars would be no big deal. 20 Miatas is something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, anytime it's like one brand. Okay, let's see if we can find my Caproni. I was thinking of the Fuga Magister also, but I do want to fly the Ornithopter. And in fact, I might remember we're going to probably adjust the... so we probably will do that a little later as well. I just got to find out where I keep forgetting this long list of planes I own, where that Caproni is. We should have found it already, right? Yeah. They're all Miatas. Well, again, I would like to see that. I don't see it in the list here. Maybe it's still updating. Sometimes there's a little delay. Or was I looking at it and I was like, it's not it. I think that's what I did. It's at the top, isn't it? I'm just checking out all my planes in 2020 though. It's fine. Dino Citadar. It's this one, the Caproni Vizzola. Yeah, I was looking right at it. All right. It is a C. The baby blue, white and turquoise, or the white and turquoise is a great choice, frankly. All right, now that I found the plane, let me see if we just search for Leipzig, right? I don't know. We haven't been there, all right. I don't remember if we've already been here or not, but I don't care. We're going again. Let's see what it looks like. It's nighttime there. That's fine. We're going to start at a cargo, sure. What else we got? Let's just start at parking 501. We're going to change the time of day to be something a little earlier. Instead of 8:44 p.m., we'll make it around 6 p.m. Nice late evening kind of dealio. I gotta check something because I don't have my throttle. All right, and then what's down here? Monument to the Battle of Nations, and up here is the State Museum of Prehistory, and they're all within a reasonable area, so we should be able to kind of fly. All right, so we're starting. We should be able to do Leipzig and Halle, and I believe these have been updated recently. So we'll fly to Leipzig, and then we'll go up the river to Halle or whatever this is. I don't know what it is. But right, okay, let's get cold started here. I like to cold start the plane. You know what I forgot to do though? We're gonna do the segment here later. I'm gonna get this. That's not that I forgot. Not that I forgot. I just want to bring this over here. Later in the show, between kind of in the in between segment before I start playing guitar, I built this amazing Lego one piece Going Merry pirate ship last week on the stream. Man, it's a great project, and I'm going to show it in more detail later, all the figures, and we'll take it apart, and I'll show kind of the interior compartments. There's an interior compartment in the back, there's an interior compartment in the front, and in the middle there's like a cargo compartment. I just want to put it somewhere where I'll remember. Hopefully I'll remember it if I put it here. You gotta be a little careful about how you put it down. That should be good there, right about there. Okay, hopefully that will not fall off. I know it doesn't matter. Always put it back together. All right, so what are we looking at here? Where are, by the way, am I right in front of a wall? I think I can, I won't be able to turn, but I can use the slew mode. Oh, it wasn't that. Shoot. It's a different one in this one. It's Shift Y, right? And then I can slew back a little bit. There we go. So that I can get out of that parking space. All right, let's start turning things on here. Yeah, this should be fine. I don't really need the throttle quadrant for this. Okay, there's two little jet engines. There's a canopy. Let's see where the battery. Master battery is down here. Battery master. Let's see. We're gonna open up these little things there and open up both the fuel valves. Let's see. I want to make sure we have. Okay, the throttle is slightly cracked. We're gonna turn our. We're gonna start. Right. Okay. Left engine master on. Boost on. That's the fuel pump. And then left engine starter to motor. And we should start. Yes, we already see the left engine number one is starting to speed up a little bit. You see a little exhaust there, a little heat coming out of the back there on the left side. It's kind of hard to tell actually. Wait a minute, is it slowing down? What happened? Oh, the fuel valve got shut. Why is that? In the master. Yeah, I don't know if you need to do that. Anyway, let's get things started on. There's a avionics master around here somewhere. I gotta figure where out that is. Oh yeah, the radios turn on like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Attitude indicator, turn coordinate, strobe lights, navigation lights. We don't need those. The heat we probably aren't going to need. All right, generator should be on, right? Right generator is on. Left generator is on. Okay, flaps. Extend. Oh, so now the flaps work a little differently. Instead of you being able to move them into those little indicators there, you can kind of see that indicator. It moves smoothly up and down. No, it doesn't. So now I don't know what I'm saying. All right, the flaps seem to be normal in that area, right? Why are we stuck in the ground? Let's not worry about it. We should be fine. Is there a flap indicator? Okay, so that works differently. Got it. Okay, but I'm wondering, are the flaps actually deploying? I'm kind of visually, if I go this all the way down, I should see the flaps all the way extend. They're quite visible. So, are the flaps extended? See, I'm not sure if they... I don't think they are. Actually, no, no. Come think of it, they're extended out. You can see on the bottom there. That bottom edge is there. If I go flaps up. Anyway, they just changed this, which is why I am. They just messed with it, which is why I'm looking at it. Yeah, now the flaps have mostly retracted, and then if we go all the way up, there should be a flaps indicator though, somewhere on there also for this purposes. So I don't know how that works. Okay, so flaps are up. All right, we should be able to talk to the base, fly around Leipzig. We are in the area. Let's just do a depart straight out, see what they say about that. Hopefully I'm not stuck in the ground, because that doesn't look good. Okay, if we give ourselves some power here, I might be stuck in the ground. Oh, we can turn. Less power. That's what it looks like from here. Alright, we're heading out this way. Plane is performing very... I can already tell you the engines are doing nicely. They're pushing hard. They got plenty of power in this plane. It's... The other issue is, that's one of the most fun thing about this plane is when you land, you have to deploy the speed brakes. It's just, or it'll be way too fast to land. Hey, I had to learn that kind of the hard way. It's not like there's an owner's manual. Well, there probably is, but I didn't read it. All right, we got to make sure we got the trim adjusted for takeoff. We're just going to head down to the runway here. We don't want to go too fast. This plane has a very narrow wheelbase, like many planes. And a lot of weight on the ends of the wings because there's fuel tanks out there. So this is about as fast as you want to go and be able to make the turns. A little bit of braking here, making even a gentle turn. Oh yeah, taxi clearance. Did I not
Taxiing hold short runway 8 right using taxiway Victor Tango Sierra 1 cross runway 8 right Alpha 1 KNSH 9er.
We're almost there. It looks like a beautiful day. I did change the time of day, but I did not change the weather. By the way, I forgot to mention, I'm really absent-minded today. It's been a long time since I've streamed, Monday. Diet Coke, freshly poured can of Diet Coke, beautiful Bluetooth controller. All right, let's relax. It's all good now. I don't really expect anybody here today, especially with a holiday. I think that my streams will be extra quiet, which is always awesome for me. I mean, people are probably watching like, really, you don't appreciate that we're watching you. I know I appreciate it, especially during the musical performance where I actually pretend that there's a huge audience of very critical fans. And I'm like, shh. All right, slowly now. We're at the base of the runway. That's what it looks like. We're a very low-slung plane. Also, it's a jet. It's not a very practical plane because jets are expensive to maintain, but it's faster. It's fast. It's very maneuverable. All right, so we're going to turn the tower. First, we're going to stop here. We're going to adjust our flaps to the takeoff position, which is about 6-7 degrees, not much. We're going to just our takeoff trim, right? You notice our trim on the lower right. Takeoff trim is actually fairly positive. It's not quite that positive. It's about 18, I believe, on this plane. Okay, let's turn the tower. Tell them we're ready to go. We're adjusted for takeoff here. Looks like the runway is pretty clear. All our indicators are nice and green. We're cleared for takeoff. Notch takeoff clearance. Alright, so to take off in this plane, it's a little, one of those situations where, well, we actually have a long runway. On a short runway, you want to spool up the engines with the parking brakes on, and then release the brake brakes. But we have such a long runway here, we're not going to do that. We're just gonna like give it full power right around here. You can hear the power coming up there. That's full power there. That's 110% torque. All right, so airspeed comes alive. We're at 60. We're at, let's be careful not to turn the plane over. We're at 80. Right around this little hump in this runway is probably where we're going to end up taking off here. Right around here. And we are airborne. Positive rate. Gear up. Gears coming up. Flaps to the clean position. This is the airport here. It's pretty nice looking. Beautiful. Leipzig, International or whatever it's called. There's the tower, lots of lighting for your planes. Pretty modern looking terminal building over there. This one too looks pretty modern actually. Okay, so we want to head southeast to the to Leipzig, and then we're going to go up the river to the other place. The Leipzig is here. We got a little bit of a rural area to travel. We don't need this up anymore. It's just spoiling our view. All right, so once we get to about this speed, we can start adjusting our trim to basically 0. And that's when we're going to see, even with the engines throttled down, that's when we're going to get some speed going. And that's because this plane is very, very slick, aerodynamically speaking. It doesn't have any big propellers. You know, it doesn't have huge intakes slowing things down. The intakes are very ingeniously designed in the top. Very few planes have intakes at the top. This one does. Which is actually a really good place to have your jet intakes because it's very safe. When you're taking off, you don't want debris getting in the engines. And this plane is very low to the ground, which means it's also possible... Okay, we want to go a little slower than that. Alright, this looks like the outskirts of Leipzig. But you can see in the distance there is where we're going. There's a... We've been here before. There's a beautiful memorial to the war victims or whatever. Victims of war. I don't know. Some war memorial. And that's that white thing in the distance. You can hear the whistling, that loud whistling. That means you're going real fast, okay? Slow down a bit. We're gonna get the engines real slow. Now again, if you find that you're going too damn slow, too fast, you got these speed brakes here, and those will come out. Those actually kind of pop up on the rear end of the wings, and they keep you from going too fast. Which is we're gonna need that because I want to see something. All right, so we got like this beautiful triangular stadium. It's fully covered, so we can't see in there. Pretty nice though. A gigantic train station, an immense train station. Whereas European cities are known for their very, very imposing and immense train stations. And there's one right here. And boy, they sure take up a lot of land, but you know. All right, we want to turn our little wing brakes off here. I have that set up to, when I have my analog thing plugged in, I have it set up. Oh wait, the city is down this way. I don't want to miss it. I'm going to bring the engines up again because you do tend to slow down a lot to make these sweeping turns. I want to check this building out over here. Beautiful. Not sure what it is, but it's a gorgeous tower building. All right, I'll head down this way now. We're going to make another big turn. Looks like there's a park or something. This is what it looks like from here. You can see the scuffed nature of the windshield, which is, of course, very, very realistic. All right, we're going to check out these towers and the monument. We'll probably get out of the plane. We'll stop time. We're going to dive out using our magical parachute systems. Oh, there's a building over here. That's the building that looks like breasts to me, but I'm just a pervert. Okay. But, I mean, anything that's got 2 domes right next to each other, what am I supposed to think? Okay? We've flown over here before. I said the same thing. Actually, I may have just thought it. Okay, that's a building there. Gorgeous. There's a lot of like real beautiful. Like you can see all the stores in that shopping mall. We'll check it out in a second. This is this war memorial. It looked great before, but it looks even better now. We're going to show you how detailed it is in a second. All right, everyone jump into your magical parachutes. How do we do this? There we go. We just jumped into our magical parachutes. We're actually out of the plane now. We've been here before, but it's amazing. It's got all these statues. They're all the same Roman dude, I guess. But they're representing some kind of memorial to the victims of war or something. I don't know exactly. It's a really cool building. And then you got this big kind of water contemplation pond or whatever. You know what I mean? So you can contemplate war. I don't know. All right, where are we? Oh, we're up here. All right, everyone, use your magical parachutes to send it back into the airplane, please. Thank you very much. And start time. All right, we're gonna head. Oh, there's another like there's looks like a school here. Pretty decent sized school with a good size stadium there for their games. Maybe a college of some kind. All right, I think. Boy, it's getting foggy over here. I like it. We're getting some weather change effects here. But it wasn't. It's not. It's only foggy down this direction. It's kind of less foggy up the direction. And we're heading up northwest. We're gonna see. There's another little city up there. I might have to defog. You know, we're using the weather system because I like to see the ground. But we'll be nice and low. Yeah, as we get a little further north, I think the fog will be less. You can kind of see there's like a fog bank there. But now it's nice and clear. That's weather for you. All right, we're going to head up there. You can see these train tracks. It's a really cool looking tower here. Get nice and close to that one. Tall one, too. Gotta say. And then these buildings, which don't remind anyone at all of lady boobs. Okay, they don't. I'm the only one, apparently. All right, we got this nice big boulevard here. All right, but yeah, but generally we're heading northwest. We're going to fly back over the airport, but then we're going to go up to this other city area, which is up there, I believe. So I think we should be able to follow this river. So let's follow the river. Nice and low, too. I like to stay nice and low. You know, you can take, you get all this, you get some nice kind of sun off the windshield effect, too. No, this is a different stadium. There was a stadium that was like triangular and covered entirely. But this is an open stadium. Hold on, let me check it out here. What does it say? Oh, it's the Red Bull Arena. We've been here before. I mean, not that recently. It's been like 6 months or so. But I mean, actually, there's a bunch of Red Bull arenas. But it's been a while. We weren't here that recently. It's got a great color scheme. It's not as detailed as some that have like the scoreboards on the inside. We don't see any scoreboards. But there is something down here. I mean, what's that about? Something down, I don't know. It's a tractor. All right, the Red Bull Arena. There's a bunch of Red Bull arenas, I think, right? It's not just one. All right, everyone back in the plane. There it is. Back in the plane. With your magical parachute. All right, we're heading up this river here. Actually, is this the right way to go? We've have to figure it out. I don't know. But we're going to stay nice and low. Got a slightly industrialized area here. Maybe a water treatment plant is what I think that is. I don't know, though. And this is they turned the river into kind of a canal. Maybe just to control. Maybe there's like two. I don't know what they're doing there. Maybe there's another river somewhere. I'm kind of missing it. But no, we're heading up north to. See, we went to Leipzig, and now we're going to Halle or whatever. Halle. Because I think there's something else to see up there. I don't know. But boy, we're going to have a nice long sit around and fly day today. It's been a couple of days. All right, why are we high up? Oh, yeah. Trim 3 should probably be trim 0. A little bit less power. Got the side of the window there. We're making good time. Then one of the great things about this plane is distances do not phase it. Let's fly over. This is the airport where we took off. We're just going to kind of buzz the airport. You can definitely see kind of what I would call housing developments that are kind of patchwork built on formerly open land. These are pretty close to the airport. I don't know how, if you want to live that close to a pretty busy modern airport. But yeah, the color scheme and kind of the modern blocky design, it looks like it's kind of old-fashioned, but in some way I think it's really kind of cool and kind of sophisticated looking. The terminal building there, with those colors. I'd set up to see the other terminal building here. I mean, they don't look like the fanciest buildings in the world. Those are probably hangars there, actually. It's not a big airport. I bet there's another airport around here. And this could be a situation where the runway is shared by a military base, and this is the military base side of it. I don't know. It's hard to tell. It could just be a cargo terminal. But it's like a separate part of the airport. It seems with all those trucks there, it's a cargo terminal. Right there. Yeah, that wouldn't be military. All right, we're going to head northwest. Now, some beautiful rolling German countryside. And we're going to be investigating all these beautiful little Fantasyland style Storybrooke villages. Oh, gorgeous. That's perfect right there. I don't know what village it is, but we're going to be flying over them. All right, northwest is the requested direction. We're probably just going to follow this road here, because I'm pretty sure this major road goes between Leipzig and Halle. And this way we won't get too lost. Plus we can buzz all the drivers, scare the crap out of them. It's what it looks like from here. It's less dangerous looking from the pilot's perspective, from this perspective. But it's still pretty dangerous looking because it is. We won't be going under any overpasses. All right, there's like a industrial park there, business park, commercial services. There, beautiful. You know, I'm still seeing a lot of kind of satellite imagery mapped onto terrain, as I like to call it, which means unimproved, basically. So I'm not sure they've been through this whole area, but we'll check it out. We're heading on the main road here. I wonder if this is a toll road. Sometimes you'll see... Actually, that's not a toll. Those are just rest stops. You can definitely tell the truck stop, or truck stop, you know. Kind of cool. I like that. That means this is a major highway. It's probably not an autobahn. An autobahn would be the highways that are... You can go as fast as you want, uncontrolled speed, but they're actually pretty rare, and they tend to go between fairly unpopulated areas. You wouldn't see an autobahn in a very busy area like this. There's gonna be a couple little airports. Boy, this is just beautiful countryside though, and kind of just, I don't know, buildings. Not the most exciting buildings in the world, but it's still really cool. It looks like there's a solar farm right there. We're still heading northwest. That means our destination is most likely dead ahead. But it's about 15 miles. It's not that far, from what I could tell. What's down there though? There's like a tower down there. I wonder if we could take a little detour down there. Heck yes, we can. So we're gonna check out here. Hopefully we won't get too lost. It's like, that's definitely a whole nother town. Right? Because Leipzig is way back that way, in that direction. But I want to see what this building is over here. This is a town called Merseburg? I don't know. Don't ask me to pronounce German names. Well, you can, I just won't do it very well. Alright, we're approaching all sorts of interesting stuff in our beautiful Caprioni Vizzola, which they've just updated. And I can see they have updated it in that there's a little more control of the flap system. And I can probably figure out how to map one of my analog controls to the flaps, because I figured out how to map one of my analog controls to the brakes that are on the wings, the wing brakes. That is a very cool looking, I believe, a power plant of some kind, but probably oil or coal fueled oil, probably, or gas. And then I just wanted to check out this building here. Right, so we saw the tower. That was what we looked at from a distance. It's just that stack there. We're gonna be heading northwest again pretty soon, but I just wanted to check out this town of Merseburg. Hey, I don't know when I'll be back here again. We are checking out the rolling German countryside here. What are we at? We're about 1,700 feet up. A little bit lower, and should even be more picturesque, in my opinion. See, you'd think this would be a golf course, but it's just open area. There's no golf holes there. But this definitely looks like a park that's been landscaped quite extensively. And this, to me, we're in Germany, but this screams to me, well, it doesn't have any cooling towers. I was going to say nuclear power plant because of the construction. I'm wondering if there are cooling towers, they're just not rendered in the game correctly. I think that is the case. I think this is a nuclear plant here. I could be wrong, but it's definitely electric. You see all the towers. And I think there are cooling towers, they're just not rendered where they were supposed to be. They just don't show up correctly in the game. That's fine. Alright, so, okay, that's pretty much what I wanted to see. Alright, we're going to head northwest again. See if we can get to that place I originally wanted to go. Which is, I believe, now in this direction here. But another opportunity. The other thing is you can kind of see how it's green on one side and brown on the other. It's kind of like, eesh. This is definitely, satellite mapped, dynamically loaded terrain. It seems this issue is not as prevalent in 2024. But it's only an issue. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. What you been up to? And of course, we're on, in case people are wondering, we are on the Skibbity Toilet 79 Part 3 waiting period. Hey, the other Skibbity Toilets were pretty good, I thought. But maybe what we should do is just rewatch it from the beginning. I just want to kind of fly along this river here again. It's just real pretty. And I don't even know exactly what the purpose of some of these features are. It looks like they've been, some kind of artificial. Sometimes I wonder whether these are for people to row. You know, for if they're rowing for rowing. Because sometimes you need a long, straight piece of water, and it's at one end. Oh, there's a boathouse. It's because it's a competitive rowing course. But I don't know. That's what I see when I see like a long, straight thing like that. It's obviously not it's not natural. I mean, it's man-made. Somebody do that with a backhoe. All right, what's this? This is the thing we've been looking for all this time. What's it called again? It's the State Museum of Prehistory. Prehistory? That's pretty old sounding. Wait, okay, I just want to. Yeah. All right, we're gonna stop over on top of it and see if it's a cool looking building. State Museum of Prehistory. Oh, here we come. It does not look that amazing. I don't care. All right, all right. Stop being sideways, people. All right, we're gonna use our magical parachutes to descend to the State Museum of Prehistory. We're gonna see how much the entry fee is and what the cafe is like. I don't know. It's not bad. Okay. That's a very interesting, different looking building. I haven't seen one that looks like that. It's got a lot of skylights in the roof area, so it's, like a good museum will have a lot of natural light. That's why you can kind of tell museum buildings are different than other buildings. They really need all that. They have large interior spaces, and they need a lot of natural light, especially if they're older. Obviously, they have other things in there. Where are you supposed to park? Doesn't even have like much of a parking area around here. I mean, it's like, oof. I don't see the parking garage. I guess, it's Europe. Nobody parks. They take the bus or they ride the bike. All right, where's our plane? It's around here somewhere. I can hear it. There it is. All right, using our magical parachutes, which we're doing right now, ascend back into the aeroplano. All right, so where are we going to land? Now that we've pretty much seen the area and we've enjoyed... my stream got recommended to you? By who, though? Was it by some cool artificial intelligence? You don't want to do things that are recommended to you by, it wasn't recommended to you by somebody you know. If we're talking about YouTube, you know what I mean? But that's fine. That's why I actually stream on YouTube. YouTube will recommend me to people who have shown an interest in maybe Flight Simulator or music or both, but otherwise would have never seen my stream. Now on Twitch, forget about it. Yeah, no, I can see you on YouTube. On Twitch, I'm also, by the way, multi-stream to Twitch and YouTube, same content. Pretty much the same community. I want to see what kind of airport this is. Can I show my guitars? I have 15 of them. I can show the one I'm going to play later. It's a Fender American Special Jazzmaster. Right, sure. Okay. It's not a very authentic Jazzmaster. Authentic Jazzmaster would have the authentic Jazzmaster tremolo unit, which I don't like. But it has the Jazzmaster shape. I will talk about it more in guitar playing. I've got like a bunch of Les Pauls over there. I got a PRS C24. I'm just trying to figure out if this is long enough to land this jet at. And I'm making a command decision. It is not. What's up there? What does that say? All right, I want to see if that airport we need about 5,000 feet, and that's about 2,000 feet, and it's not. It's not even that flat. We probably break our engines, break our thing. All right, what's up here? I'm gonna see here. We're heading towards an airporto. It's pretty close. Give it a second. It's thinking about things. The Fender is sunburst. That's actually one of my few kind of traditional brown sunburst. Oh, but the great thing about it is it EDOX? 3,749 feet of grass. Okay. You know what? That's plenty. Let's try it. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna fly over it and see what it looks like. Yeah, the great thing about this I'll show later. It's got this is actually a 3-tone sunburst because it's got red, black, and the blonde, but you get the same 3-tone sunburst on the back. You get the same sorry, you probably can hear me. The sunburst is, and the back has nothing on it because it's a front rider guitar that does not have the tremolo in it. All right. I bet we can land here. Let's do this. Land. Okay, flaps down. Engines down. Look, see, we're already like lined up and everything. I'm gonna put my speed brakes on here. This bad boy here, it's about there. Now we get all that drag coming from back there. Lower the engines. Hopefully get the gear to pop out. Speed brakes to full. Flaps to full. I think we can land here, and we're making I'm making a command decision to give it a whirl. I'd never landed here before. But yeah, it's just a cool. I mean, it's it's an American-made Fender guitar. They're not going to be cheap. I also have a Stratocaster, which is hanging up on the wall behind me, my head. You can't really see, and a Telecaster. But they're standards. They're Mexican. They're made in the Fender factory in Mexico. All right, what's our speed? We're still going too fast. But that's all right. We can handle it. I can handle it. We got full brakes. We got full brakes. You can see those brakes and flaps working in concert in the back of the plane to keep our speed nice and low. And I think this is the little grass landing field that we're supposed to land at. It might be over there. Oh yeah, well they're definitely a workhorse guitar. And every time you play a Stratocaster, yeah, or Telecaster, it's like you're playing a bit of history. But mine are not terribly old guitars. Okay, you're gonna get real nice and low here over this grass here. Real gently. You hear that little gentle put down there. Don't want to wake the baby. Full braking. Actually, this is a pretty smooth grass field. I've landed on much nastier ones. Actually, I don't know if I've landed a lot of times on a grass field. We're going to head back to that building over there. All right, so we're going to put our air brakes back to the smooth position. Get a little engine going. The other thing is, yeah, you get some natural slowdown here from this, from the terrain. But I just want to see what the buildings. I gotta say, I love all my guitars. Some more than others, but I try to go through them. I got, let's see, I got a Les Paul Studio. Got a Les Paul. It's called a tribute model, but that's basically a uprated studio. Oh, a little bit. It's a little bit different. And I have a bunch of Epiphone Les Pauls, some of which I got a Slash model, like one of the high-end Slash model Epiphones. I got Les Paul Modern. And I got a Lee Malia signature Les Paul. It's for an Epiphone. He has his own signature model. I don't know if anybody knows who Lee Malia is, but he's the lead guitarist of metal band Bring On the Horizon. Not one of my favorite bands. Oh wait, I don't want to run over this puddle here. I think this is the airport. This is probably really a glider airport. It's probably not typically designed for planes. But I think this is kind of the apron area. It's real primitive. I like it. All right, so we're going to put the parking brakes on. We're going to open up the hood, or canopy, if you want to call it that. Get a nice little view there. There's going to be a second flight because we got plenty of time. But this is cool because you got that late sun, that late afternoon sun on the plane. Kind of get that glow. Let's see if I can make a little screenshot here. Yeah, we get a little grass involved. Some of the high grass there. I know. I want to see more of the plane. Let's see some buildings in the back. Yeah, no. I have a Squire. Oh yeah, I have a Fender Squire Jazz bass. That's the only bass I have, but it's the only bass you need. You know what I mean? One second, I can take a screenshot. It's really good. I mean, it's a perfect jazz bass, like a '70s style jazz bass. But man, it sure plays good. I played bass like for a year. With the Rocksmith game, where you play along with it. I got pretty good with playing the bass. You got the V. Well, that's got 5 strings, man. That's one more than I know how to play. All right, I want to fly around a little bit more. But that's flight number 1. So we're gonna switch over. I'm trying to get more flight time in my ornithopter. So, oh yay, cheap viewers on Streamboo. Boy, we got multiple bass players in the chat today. Well, don't worry, there'll be a musical segment today. Although I'm not sure and I will be playing the Telecaster. I'm going to be just jazz. I'm just going to be dinking around with it. I'll be talking about why I like it. I'll do a bunch of karaoke REM songs, my little covers of REM songs where I play along and sing along to the REM song, or other bands too. I'm not the best singer in the world, but you probably guys have been there. More of a guitarist? Yeah. I bet. No, I know once you have one guitar, once you have 2 or 3 guitars, it's like you're done, I try to keep it down, but I admit I bought another guitar 2 months ago off of Amazon sight unseen. And I'm not even unhappy about it. But I gotta, I got to keep it down or like figure out a way to, give away or sell or trade a guitar. Because yeah, when you have 15, I got one at the office. I got somewhere in the closet. And I don't like to kind of keep my guitars hidden because I like to switch around and play them. All right, so the two things I need to do to make this ornithopter is okay. We're gonna switch to it. And that's fine. And the second thing I got to do is change my control scheme. Let's go somewhere else entirely, by the way. I don't know. That does, I think I agree with that, because once you have a good bass, you really don't think, oh, I need 10 more basses. Although I have Getty these big book of basses over there, and he has like, what, 200, and they're very lovingly photographed. We'll fly around my friend Charles's area. He always likes it when I do that. But yeah, once you have a good bass, it's about playing it. It's all about playing it. Once you have a good guitar, it's all about like, I bet I can find some more guitars that they're all going to be so much fun. There is something about guitars where you're like, which is the best one? Oh, and I have the, I kind of keep them adjusted in a certain way that I like, and I have like, like I always have to keep this little guy here, my guitar gauge, within arm's reach. Because at any time I'll be whipping out and going, oh, where's my string height here? All right, what are we doing? We're going to fly around here. All right, I was going to say we have to switch the control scheme, but I do that after I kind of load up here, I believe. The control scheme for the controller for the ornithopter is quite different. It's a very different kind of plane. It's obviously they made a free add-on when the Dune 2, the second part came out. Hey, it's for free and everyone can play. There's a bunch of missions that actually take place on the actual world, but you can also just fly the crazy, this crazy guy wherever you want. There it is, flapping away. Oh, right, I have to change my control scheme. I was like, it's not doing right. Why not? All right, so control options. Then we go controller. Notice it says ornithopter, but I have my ornithopter, and that's the one I like. So we apply and save. I go back. Resume. Yeah, and then I can look around there. We can look around there. Everything is in the correct area. So yeah, it's there's a bunch of cool things you can do. You can open the doors, and you got this great view from the inside. Take a look from the inside. It's got this alien. Can't really see behind it there. Let's see. All right. Okay. And then the keypad has a really different control scheme, which we'll get into once we're in the air. But you don't really take off like a plane. It doesn't even have wheels on the bottom. It takes off like this. And also, it doesn't transmit. There's no like transition between forward and vertical. Or there is, but it's really different. Okay, now the gear should come up. There we go. Okay, gear up is on that one. Perfect. That's the gear, which is on the bottom, but it's really just the landing pad. If we want to go, northwest to hit to Salem itself. It's that direction, right? Yeah, it's up there. But we're gonna head up to I-5. All right, and I'll show you some of the weird control features of the once you get some altitude here. It's definitely a little framey from the outside. It's a little smoother from the inside. Yeah, so this river here is the Willamette. Runs through Central Oregon, north-south, pretty much. And then Salem, Oregon is on a little piece of the Willamette here. The other thing you got to recognize when you're flying this is that you're going real fast, real quick. You're like a jet. Oh, plus we have these boosters. See those boosters? That's a pretty cool effect too, which they've improved since the beginning. All right, and then you have this slow down mode. You hit a button, and the wings beat in this way, which allows you to suddenly hover. That's how you transition to hover mode. So you can fly. And then hover. Anyway, right around here, I believe, is where the kind of the waterfront park area is here. A little further up. Anyways, right here somewhere. Here's a rail bridge. Salem, real pretty. We're gonna head up north, and we're gonna hit up. We're gonna go up the river, and we'll probably make it all the way to Portland in like 10 minutes. It's a fast way to get there. Well, it might take a little longer than that, but you get the point. Oregon's beautiful. It's a beautiful day there. I believe I still have, we're on real time. Let me just check that. Yeah, so 12:24 p.m. real time. No, it's not real time. No, it is real time, right. August 29th, live weather is on, right? Yeah, okay, live weather is on. So it's a beautiful day there, which I can tell because I'm watching my friend Charles, and he's broadcasting from Salem, right from this area, and it's a gorgeous day. Yeah, I'll see Charles at TwitchCon, which is in less than 2 months. The 17th, or like the 17th of October. I guess it's like the 13th of October is when I'm leaving. There's a bunch of little airports here. The main road is, it's around here, it's right here somewhere. It's kind of zigzagging a bit. Teaser Airport. And we do not need an airport to land, that's for sure. We can take off and land from any place, any flat part of the ground, like a helicopter, but even more flexible in some ways. You can't really, it's a little different. You can't really hover like a helicopter, but you can, it's hard to describe, but you kind of flit like an instructor. You can land wherever you want. It says Harchenko Industrial. I'm just kind of interested in kind of seeing if there's some kind of industrial area down here. So that on the lower left, you see it has a fuel gauge, but we don't even know what kind of fuel these alien craft take. It also has afterburner juice, like 48%. So if the afterburners, those are that. It's really booster. You can use a lot of the afterburner juice real quickly, which is fine with me. Up there is Aurora State. I bet that's a college. It's only 10 miles away. We're going to check it out. Maybe we'll land there. I do kind of like to keep an eye on my timing. So, because I'm dividing my streams in general between the flight simulator segment and, oops, did I just put my things down now? My flight simulator segment and my musical segment. In between, we do these brain games things. It's something I like to do. Keep my brain limber, hopefully. Pretty buildings. Looks like a school with all those, what's that say over there? McGee. I want to check out Aurora State, and then there's another thing over here. Is this the Central Valley kind of Oregon? So way to the west is the ocean. We're quite a ways over those mountains, and then it's kind of like a rainforest. It's quite rainy on the coast. It's not really, you get much better weather here in Central Oregon, and even that is pretty rainy in the winter. All right, but I want to check out Aurora State. And by check out, normally I'm like, oh, we'll freeze time. But this plane is so flexible, this craft. You'll see what we're going to do. We're going to approach, and then we're kind of going to maybe land. Will I be your friend? Probably not. Probably not. And you're better off that way. Yeah, it's definitely an airport. But Aurora State just sounds like a... all right, gear down. Start flitting. Okay, well, it's an airport, so I'm guessing it's not a college. I would just think maybe it's just Aurora State Airport. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's kind of cool. All right, we're not gonna land here. I mean, it's just be boring. I can land anywhere I want. But I'm just wondering, is there a college around here? I don't know. It definitely looks like a pretty decent-sized general aviation airport there. All right, boost. Get going fast again. This looks like a golfing area, golf zone, course. Got your 18 holes right here. You want to golf? Well, that's the freeway. We finally met up with I-5 again. That's another river. I'm not sure which river that is. It's not the Willamette, right? Because that one runs that way to the ocean. Maybe it is. I'm not sure I'm that familiar with the river systems. Looks like there's some weather up ahead in Portland. Again, you get a beautiful smooth ride. I love the way the control systems work with those kind of like tank controls there. You got the alien instrument pad and those huge side windows. There's the freeway. we could be reporting on the traffic conditions. I-5 in northern Oregon. It's pretty clear. Oh, wait, we got some slowdown here. We might have an accident ahead. We'll check it. But yeah, when we hit the prescribed time, basically whatever I'm doing, there's a shopping mall. We're going to, yeah, it's a little framey. It's a little framey on my end. That's not you, that's me. If we're inside, it definitely seems smoother. But that's, I don't know. 2024, Microsoft Flight Simulator 24 is a little smoother. But 2020 still looks great. And we can't fly the Ornithopter in 2024 because they have not ported it. And they probably never will. I mean, I don't know. So if we want to fly this amazing Ornithopter from Dune, this is our choice, 2020. I'm following up I-5 here. I've actually definitely taken this road a few times. It's a very pretty part, freeway in general. But it's a little boring. It's not a lot of stuff to see. See, it kind of goes under and over this little town here. Kind of a bypass there. Interesting. All right, I think this is actually Portland right here, believe it or not. Yeah, it is. We're already at Portland International Airport and Portland, the southern part of Portland right here. So it obviously does not take long to get from Salem to Portland. If you're going 337 knots, this is the city of Portland over here. I kind of have been, but not very much. Not very much. I mean, I've been flying over it a lot. Another weird feature of this plane is that you can fly on your side as long as you want to go. It's I don't know, hard to describe, but you can do this and then adjust your rotor so you're going up, you're not going down, or your tail position. It really looks like a dragonfly, and you can fly like that in that position as long as you want. But Portland's full of very, very cool buildings that are beautifully designed. You got your sports complex over here. Now this is the Columbia River, I believe, or this is the part of the Columbia River. It's actually the main Columbia River's over there. I'm not sure. Maybe it's a different name. Maybe actually it's called a different thing. Come to think of it. Am I upside down? I think I'm upside down. That's not good. I mean, it's not bad, but all right. Let's fly around Portland one more time, the downtown area, and then we're gonna head up to the Columbia River and check it out. The Columbia River is enormous. I mean, it's like a lake. Where's the buildings? Okay, that's Columbia. This is kind of downtown Portland up ahead here. I'm using. When you hear that sound, I'm using my wing brakes. You can kind of see you really get a lot of acceleration. But you don't necessarily lose lift because these little wing things are providing lift as well as forward thrust. And we can go nice and slow around here. Nice like helicopter turns. Now I'm hovering, and it's very easy to kind of get into hover mode. It's to kind of stay into hover mode, unlike actual helicopters, which are quite. Oops, I won't like gear back up. Which are kind of always they're just touchy. It's hard to describe. And then when you want to go out, you just get a little burn. All right, so as I mentioned, if we go down here, this is not the main, this is not the Columbia River. The Columbia River, this is a smaller river. The Columbia River is huge. I'll show you. It's up here, right? Maybe that is? No. Yeah, the Columbia River is impressive. I wonder if we can get up to the dam. The Grand Coulee Dam. That's a ways up. But yeah, so there's a couple crossings, but it requires a large, tall bridge to get across the Columbia River. We'll just head out to the west, where it heads to the ocean. But you can see all the boating activity here. Lots of boating activity. My friend Nicole, the Nicole T, has a boat. I wonder if she keeps it around here somewhere. I know she doesn't live in Portland. She lives in Vancouver. This is Vancouver, Washington. Okay, as soon as you cross over the river, it goes from Oregon to Washington, and this is Vancouver, Washington. I mean, it's not that much of a town, but a lot of people live there. I can get into why. You know, people like because it's a nice place to live. It's right. It's effectively Oregon, but you're living in Washington. Washington doesn't have any state income tax, and Oregon doesn't have any sales tax, or the other way around. Anyway, it's a tax. Let me just say it's a tax haven. Hey, why are we going so fast? Go slower, please. There we go. All right, we're flying through some clouds. Got the shadows. It's really cool looking. Looks like it's raining over there. Maybe gonna rain on the windshield. I don't really see any raindrops. Looks like we avoided the rain. All right, well, it's time to land somewhere. Oh, I got my lights on. Look how blinding those are. How do you turn those off? By the way, I just want to check here. Hold on a second here. It needs to catch up. There we go. Those are the doors. Landing lights off. Okay, so yeah, that was the landing lights. We don't need those. They're too bright. All right, so we're going to land over here at the industrial air park. So we're going to start slowing down a little bit here. And then shortly before landing, we deploy the gear, and that's about it. Oh, I was going to demonstrate some other stuff before we finish back, so we're going to have to go fast here. Let's get some altitude. I forgot. There's a couple things I forgot to show about on this thing. We're going to get some altitude here. I'm going to go above this cloud layer. All right, so we're now like 5,000 feet up. We're level off. Okay, so there's a couple of interesting modes. This mode is a mode where you can kind of glide with the engines off, and then you start them up again. But then there's another mode which is called dive mode, and then actually folds the engines back, or the wings back, and then you gotta pull out at huge G-forces. And that's, I think it's just based on things that you can see done in the actual movies. All right. So let's see how we land, just trying to flit around a little bit here. Some dirt there. I'm trying to land over there. I guess that's a soft landing? I don't know. Alright, let's stow it. We're going to stow it. Alright, so we're going to do that. Alright, no. First we're going to open up the engines here. Open them through it. They have this great sound. It's got a little, like, nice details. Okay, what do we want? See, landing lights on, off. Cool. Panel lights on. Alright, what do we got here? Wings fold. So it stops the wings and then it goes to the fold. The engines are still running, but this effectively stows them. It's pretty wild. And they do this 180-degree flip. It's pretty wild. Great sequence. So doors are open, wings are folded. Fuel off, alternator off, battery off. Open the doors again. Turn it back around. And we'll take a little picture. How you doing, Science? Good to see you. Sorry I missed Wednesday's stream, but you know it was really busy at work. But I think we're gonna be done for today's. But I'll be streaming the next 3 days. And today, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. It's Mondays off, so nice long 2-hour-ish streams. You know. By the way, cheers. This is the first Diet Coke of the long weekend. This is actually southern Washington State. We flew all the way up from Salem past Portland. Oh, this is a nice little vista down here. Let's see if we can get this in a screenshot. There, like that way. Yeah. There we go. But you know, I'm gonna sit and do some brain games. Gonna talk a bit. Um, let's see. All right, that was it. Tomorrow we'll almost certainly be back to 2024. I just kind of like to go back and forth. But again, to fly around in the ornithopter, it has to be 2020. Let's see if we can get out of that. Get out of this. I'm switching over to the just chatting category. Just chatting. And today I decided, kind of made a command decision that it's a guitar day. I don't know, some people here know that I always alternate, or generally alternate, between guitar and keyboard day. So if I play guitar today, it's almost, it'd be a certainty that tomorrow I shall drag my piano in there, magically turn this place into Ken's Piano Lounge. Okay. Is that right? Okay. We're in the just chatting category. So before we go into the big brain games, I want to show off the Lego that I've been building, or built. No, what's going on here? Something's caught up in a bad way. I'll fix this first. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Fixed. Right. Just want to be a little gentle here. Give me a second. It's not fragile, but it's got a few things like I'll show you in a second. Okay, so I am a big fan of the show One Piece. Now, One Piece, I do hope they bring it to 24 for sure. You know, One Piece was originally a manga, meaning a comic book, and then an anime, meaning an animated, you know, a kind of a low end hand animated Japanese show. That they made hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of books of the comic books and the animated show. I've never read or seen any of them. And you know, that's intentional, but I really, really enjoyed the One Piece show on live action show on Netflix, which is very involved and colorful and lots of details and these very broad young heroes and outlandishly costumed villains taking place in this kind of fictional East Sea, this fictional version of the Caribbean that doesn't exist. And, you know, it's got some of the characters have superpowers and other things like that. It's a little more a Peter Pan version of pirates than the actual Age of Piracy. But so it's certainly a fantasy, but it's very, very colorful and very endearing. Obviously, aimed at the young adult crowd. But in their adventure, the main guy, who's named as Monkey D. Luffy, has decided that he wants to become the king of the pirates, and he's attracts a band, a very diverse group of other 4 individuals from various diverse backgrounds who have kind of a very Japanese feel to them, but aren't Japanese. It's kind of hard to describe. And they eventually, in the show, like by episode 4, they're able to get this cool pirate ship, the Going Merry, which is a sloop. It's pretty small, but it looks exactly like, or a lot like this in the game, and it really is pretty small. But you know, hey, it's the world's smallest pirate ship, but it's better than nothing. It's a long story about how they get a hold of it. And then they go off on some adventures. They're chased by the Marines, which is kind of the equivalent of the government forces. Although it's really weird, the government forces seems to hire preteen boys to do most of their heavy lifting, which seems hey, you just have to watch the show to kind of appreciate some of the weirdness going on there. But the Going Merry has a ram's head figurehead, very distinctive, giant one, and a lot of this white and brown and gray color scheme. For the thing, we've got a rudder here. It's kind of moves around a bit. See the back of it there has a door. Oh, that's interesting. I just noticed that thing came out. But I'll have to find it. Wonder where it came out. It's that that can easily pop out. But that's not a big deal though. But the point is, what I'm going to show now is there's actually 3 hidden areas on the inside that you can't normally see. But you can remove these. That when you build it, you can see. So I can remove the front. There's a front compartment. Inside the front compartment is a stateroom with a bed and windows and like some ropes hanging from the thing. That's a bed down there with pillows. So that's the front stateroom compartment. The rear is even more interesting. What happens in the rear is this entire little segment here is a separate piece, is a separate subassembly that you build. This piece here. And it comes off, it slides off those sliders, and inside reveals a galley with a lounge, lots of food, different food options. There's a sink down there. There's a bunch of stuff. Let me see if we can put this back on. And then it slides back on to make the rear of the ship there. I think these are tangerine trees, by the way. If you see the show, it kind of makes all sense. All right, I got Nani here, and she's on the tiller. She's like operating the tiller, and you got Usopp here, and he's just kind of he's got the telescope. He's looking for things, and you got the other guy. What's his name? Yeah, he's up there, and the other guy who's the chef who wears a black suit. It's just a very unusual group of people. And the Great Pirate Sales. Anyway, I really enjoyed it. There is on it's not it is Netflix. Sorry, it is a Netflix only show. Sorry, you will not be able to see it anywhere else. And I was hoping that the kits would come out. This is you might see a lot of Lego kits, but this one just came out this month. August 1st was the first time you could order it. I'm on the Lego Insiders. So that's kind of how I kind of bit the bug and pre-ordered it. Just shipped this month. But I was hoping it would come out with the season 2 of the live action show. They have so much source material. They could be doing 20 seasons of this. They probably won't. But the season 2 is not coming out until 2026. And there's like a 3-year in between. I get it too, because I was rewatching the first season and it's very elaborate. I mean, you can see the production and pre-production that goes into the show. Is pretty amazing. So I can see why it would take several years for them to do new seasons. So next season of One Piece is coming in 2026, which you can see if you watch one of the current season shows. So hopefully next year. But yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited for it. I don't know. I watched it twice now, almost all of it twice, and it's just a really I don't know. It's very endearing somehow. You get used to it. Hold on a second here. I've got that extra piece right here that I need, so I'll just put that in later. Perfecto. All right, so what I'm moving to now is what I like to call the big brain games. It's just me doing some big brain. Anyway, you'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. We'll play a Quirtle here. We're gonna play the Revealed. We're gonna do the Tightrope Trivia. I'm gonna do a couple more of the Octurtles. It's kind of a little, you know what it is. Oh, we got Prune on the lower right. For my normal 3 starting words, I don't have to think about it. I use the exact same ones every single time, and that kind of makes certain patterns come out quite quickly. Okay, what else could that be? Oh, frail. A couple of different things that could have been. Okay, that's fine. Now we know it's flare on the upper left. That's the only thing that could be. All right, now it's the only one of the hard ones is this last one, because all we know is it's let's see. Could be, let's see. Ray something OT. Ray T something O. It's not ratio. It could be, and the R can't be too many places. It could be tarot, right? TAROT. And it was. All right. I'm pretty good at that. All right. Well, we got a bunch more games to go. Let's do the Revealed. The Revealed. You get this heavily redacted document. Today, we're looking for a place that has a 6-letter first word and what looks like 7-letter second word. Okay. I got to read this whole blankety blank things. This helps me figure out which of the things we need to reveal to most like to reveal, to get us closest to getting the correct thing, the correct place in this situation. I gotta drink some Diet Coke. The blank is an blank blank. Located off the blank coast of blank blank. The blank comprises the whole of the blank of blank, which contains blank, blank, and blank, as well as the blank portion of the blank of blank. The name blank is sometimes used to blank to the blank as a whole. The capital is blank, which is among the blank leading blank, blank, blank. So, all right, we think we have a couple things that should help us here. The name is Britain is sometimes referred to. Okay, so we kind of It's located. Is it some kind of islands though? The name Britain. As a whole, okay. So Britain consists of Ireland, not Northern Ireland, Wales, Scotland, and England. What is this? The capital is what? The capital is London, but it's not GRE. But yeah, Northern Ireland is part. Right, thank you. It's the other way around. Northern Ireland is part of Great Britain. Ireland's not. Thank you. One or the other. But it's okay. The capital is London, which is among the blank leading and blank center. But the capital of it's the capital of England. But I mean, is this an L? No. It's not England. What is this? The blank is an blank blank located off the blank. It was like western coast of Great Britain. The name Britain is sometimes used to blank to the blank as a whole. The captain. Oh, they just want. Oh, geez. They just want United Kingdom. Hello. That's a G. They just want United Kingdom, right? Oops. I mean, it's got to be. I don't know why I was blocking that a little bit. The United Kingdom is an island country, is it now? All right. I think we could have done that. We did 2 and 1. It was a little tricky. Other players 5.1 and 1.8 hints. That means that wasn't difficult, but it wasn't the easiest one either. I don't know. It's kind of hard. Anyway, let's just do the tightrope trivia today. Let's see. It starts on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Today's Fridays. And so it's the third to the hardest of the weekly show. They get harder. It says easier, harder. It's a timed 9-question multiple choice trivia quiz. So I'm trying to go as fast as I can and get them right. Devoid of which animal? Mosquitoes. Just a random fact you may or may not have. Emma Watson. Gender equality. Okay. Using pointillism. Highest state of enlightenment. It's nirvana. A little Diet Coke, perhaps. I had to read that a couple times. Dude, the museum thief blanked with more than a dozen paintings. Absconded of those. Okay, we're doing good on today's trivia quiz. But hey, they're all random. The Northern Lights is blue, green. I was almost going to do green. That was kind of a hard one. Italy? Makes some sense there. That was a tough one. Shot in black and white. The most expensive music video costume. It was a song for which artist? Wasn't it the Jackson? Oh, that was lucky because I almost went with Beyonce. I vaguely remember that. Yeah, it had like an outer space scene in black and white. They had like a interior of a spacecraft, a very luxurious spacecraft, if I remember correctly. It was all black and white, so it was that was in the 80s. All right, 2070, not bad. Anything over 2000, I'm gonna have to accept if I didn't get the answer, one of the answers right. But hey, there's always tomorrow. We're gonna wrap up the brain games with 2 of these octordals. That's where you solve 8 simultaneous 5-letter words using your starting words. In this case, we're going to do the rescue. That's hard. So, but you got to scroll down to see all 8 puzzles. Let's see. Lower left, I'm going to go with churn. Oops. Spell it right. Oops. Spell it right. All right. Lower right, I'm going to go with fruit. All right. Let's just pick up these. I got 2 more of these games to go. I'm not trying to, I got to go pretty fast. Okay. This could be SNI something. Snide. Let's just try snide. I think it could be something else. Yeah. It could be swine. It can't be shine, right? There's no H in there. Right. And it can't be spine. No P in there. All right. Let's get them. And it could be a couple of different things. This upper left one, okay, it's T-O-U, and then there's an H, so it's got to be tough, right? And then here, let's see, this one here on the upper right, could be a couple things, but I'm going to guess exert, E-X-E-R-T. All right, there's no other X's, but that's fine. Let's see, what do we have here? It could this one on the right could be dried or dryer, by the way, which always pisses me off. It's a 50-50. That's all right. But let me see what we can get here. This one on the lower left could be G-R-O. What else? Drove, right? Nothing else it could really be. The V wasn't helpful, but we're moving through here. We knew it was dry something. Hi, how you doing? Oh, it's always good. Merge? No. But this one here, merge. Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, actually, no. Of course, you got it. Absolutely, merge. I was looking at the wrong one. Yeah, because it has an M, it has an R, and the R it probably doesn't start. It could be. There you go. This one, it's the one on the right. I'm mad at because it could be dryer or dried. They're both have the exact same combinations of possible letters, and this E has to go there. But it's the last one. So, and we have 2 guesses. So first we're gonna guess dried. And it wasn't, but it's got to be drier, right? It does. Okay, so all right, we won the classic. We're on the last brain game. It's the rescue. This one, I always, when I get when I get it about half the time, I'm always happy because this is really one of the hard ones. Now, quickly on the lower left, there's always a couple of really easy ones. This one has to be burst. We have all 5 letters, and basically they're all in the right row. So, there's always one easy, and then there's some crazy hard ones, and that wasn't even helpful because it didn't build on anything. I gotta look down here. At least we have all the vowels with the starting words, but no Y. Oh, and no E. Not all the vowels. We don't have any E's. Oof. E is a pretty important one. What could this be? Something you are. Let's see. It could be curry. I'm going to guess curry. It's not likely to be curry, but I don't care. Oh, it could have been curvy. But that Y was real important. Could it be anything else besides curvy? Yeah, I gotta be curvy. And that V is useful. All right, potentially. It wasn't, but that's fine. All right, so now we have A-N something R-Y. A-N, because the A has to go there. So it's A, oh, it has to be angry. A-N-G-R-Y. That's going to be good. It gives us the G. This one here, we have a C to place. It's I-T. It's got to be itchy because it can't be anything else. And that's good. Hopefully give us the H. No H. All right. We got 4 words, and we got to get all these right. We can't afford any of them wrong. This one here could be, let's see. Flaky. Flaky on the lower. I'm going to guess flaky. I really like flaky. Could it be something else? It could be, but I'm guessing anyway. That was lucky. The F and the K did not show up anywhere, but that's still, we eliminate them from possibilities. All right, one here is, we know there's 2 R's and a T. Okay, so it starts with E. This one on the lower right has to be retry, right, to fit in there. Yeah. Okay, we're doing so. All right, this is where it gets tough. We have this upper left one and this other left one, 1 and 3 to get. And let's see. We know now. At least we know where the G is. There's an R. Oh, we know where the R is. Has to be at the end. And there's an A and an E. Okay. I think it's A-G-E-R. So I'm going to go, again, it can't be Rager. I'm going to go Wager. That fits everything, I believe. Let's try it. Oh, we didn't get it today. It was Eager, the other one that I always say E-A-G-R. All right, well, the last one, by the way, because we only have one guess to guess 2 letters, to guess two of these. But we know it's Eager, so we're going to try this one. This one's going to be R-E something A-R, right? Oh, Rebar. It has to be Rebar because there's a B. And then Eager. So close. We didn't get to guess Eager because we had one. But hey, if I won this one every time, I wouldn't find it as satisfying when I do win them. We'll try it again tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll win it. Well, for those who are long and I can't believe are still here, there will be some guitar playing. I'm going to move over to the musical section. I don't know if it'll be good or not. And, do guitar talk and I don't know, dinking around. It's hard to say. But almost certainly there'll be some REM songs being played using my patented public or YouTube karaoke backing tracks. How fun. So we'll see you on the other side of the mid-roll here. Get this set up here a little bit there, maybe like that. Kind of get the overall view of the summertime version of me, where I wear shorts and a t-shirt. I don't really like to wear like a coat and pants in the winter. All right, so welcome to the musical section of today's show. I turned my reverb on, yeah. Do I need to heat my house much in the winter? Yes. Yes, you do. It's there's extreme. Where I live is extreme. It's very hot in summer. Got to air condition it. It's going to be in the 90s today. I'm sure the air conditioner will come on. I have I try to cool the house off as much as possible and close all the windows and doors right around now. And then in the winter, it'll be very, very cold. It's not a matter of putting clothes on. You got to run the heat. And it's just a matter of, it's just not a very temperate part of California. It's one with a little more extremes in terms of heat and cold. And you're like, oh, it's probably cheaper to heat your house. It's actually not. Yeah, we have gas heat. It's an HVAC system. It's the same system, just has a heat mode and a cool mode. And you switch over every year. You switch from heat to cool or cool to heat, depending on the season. And it's in cool mode right now. But when it's heat mode, yeah, it is. I believe it is gas. Because we have a gas dryer too. It's a very effective system because all the systems in this neighborhood are the same HVAC system. They're carriers, they're good quality. But my house is smaller than the average house, so it doesn't have to run as hard to keep the house cool or warm. But it's the same capacity. So, what is this guitar? I like to talk about the guitar a little bit. In addition to just playing, we do a little bit of the old TED talk on guitars. So I've got like 15 or so guitars. This one I've had for a while now. I believe this was made in 2013 when I was acquiring a lot of guitars. Right around the time I bought a Fender, this Fender Jazzmaster. This is an American Special Jazzmaster. I'll talk about what that means in a second. I also bought the Stratocaster and the Telecaster. The Stratocaster's this. I can't see it, but it's on the wall behind me. And I have a Telecaster in the other room. This is an American Special. What's special about it is, it's kind of deluxe. These are made. You can see the back has a bolt-on neck. Really a good quality. Beautiful rear body. Just a lot of you have to see it's very kind of has a very warm feeling to it. It's called a three color sunburst. And that's because it's not just, there's a kind of a red fringe there, kind of a reddish fringe. That's the third color. And then it's got the classic, it's called a tortoiseshell pick guard there. So, and then these white pickups there they're special to this model or to this kind of model. They're called Jazzmaster noiseless or low noise or something like that. But they're a special single coil design they've been doing for a long time. What it doesn't have is typically you'll find in a Jazzmaster is a tremolo unit in here that has a bar, that whammy bar that can be locked, but most people do. But you can unlock it and do this whammy bar stuff. It's not considered a very good unit in terms of tuning stability. And this unit never had it. It was designed to not have that. 99% of Jazzmasters are going to have that. But I specifically got this because this has a stop bar tailpiece. And I don't play a lot of vibrato. And when I do, I have a Schecter with the Floyd Rose on it, which is a better system. And I have the Stratocaster with a vibrato, which is really a perfectly good system. Tuning up. I haven't been playing this guitar that much. So that's what it's gonna get. Alright, what do we feel like playing? You know what I haven't done in a long time, karaoke wise, is where is it here? Shiny Happy People. One of the original ones I did. It doesn't want me to search, huh? Shiny. Okay. Let's see. I'm glad I didn't show my screen there. Give me a second here. I haven't done this one in a long time. I don't know if I. Well, if it goes. Diet Coke. I mean, in terms of playing it. Here's how it goes. I think I got it. Let's try it. All right, what's the volume level here? Too high. There we go. Right around there. Start her over. See how it goes. Take it into town. Happy, happy. Put it in the ground where flowers grow. Golden silver shine. It's a standard one. Checkers and chess. Yeah. Mr. Fred Lassie in a breakfast mess. Yeah. Let's play Twister, let's play Risk. Yeah. See you in heaven if you make the list. Nothing is cool. Moses went walking with a staff of wood. Yeah. Got beat by the apple good. Yeah. DJ was troubled by the horrible ask. Mr. Charles Darwin had the gall to ask. Any did you hear about this one? Tell me how you locked in the punch. And then how you could in the street. Having fun. They put a bed on the room. Nothing is cool. There's a little legend for the never believer. Yeah. There's a little ghost for the offering. Yeah. It's a truck stop instead of St. Peter's. Yeah. Mr. Andy Kaufman's gone wrestling. nothing is cold. Such a dramatic song in a way. Oh, where's my capo? There's the capo 2 for the song. I like to do the intro. Gotta learn better. Well, I tried to make it Sunday, but I got so damn depressed. And I set my sights on Monday, and I got myself undressed. I ain't ready for the altar, but I do agree there's times when a woman sure can be a friend of mine. Well, I keep on thinking about you, Sister Golden Hair Surprise. And I just can't live without you. Can't you see it in my eyes? I've been one more correspondent. I've been too hard to find. But it doesn't mean you ain't been on my mind. Well, just enough to show you care. Well, I tried to fake it, I did not say it, I just can't make it. But thinking about you, Sister Golden Hair Surprise. And I just can't live without you. Can't you see it in my eyes? I've been one more correspondent. I've been too hard to find. But it doesn't mean you ain't been on my mind. All right, what else we got here? Oh, heck yes. I never dreamed that I'd meet somebody like you. I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. No, I don't wanna fall in love. No, I don't wanna fall in love. keyboard too. The day that they're gonna throw it back to you. But now you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Backbeat, the word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had it down. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do. And all the roads we have to walk are winding, and all the lights that lead us there are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. 'Cause maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. After all, if I wonder today is gonna be the day, but they'll never throw it back to you. But now you should have somehow realized what you're not to do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do at you now. And all the roads that lead you there are winding, and all the lights that lead the way are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. I said maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, if I wonder I said, baby, you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, if I wonder I said, baby, you're gonna be the one that saves me. You're gonna be the one that saves me. You're gonna be the one that saves me. REM. Might be potatoes, might be kid. Bigger, bigger than you, and you are not me. Place that I will go to, distance set it up. That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight, losing my religion, trying to keep up with you. I don't know if I can do it. Oh no, I said too much. Haven't said enough. What if all these fantasies come flailing around? I've said too much. Thought I heard you laughing. Thought I heard you sing. I think I thought I saw you cry. That was just a dream. Was just a dream. That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight. Losing my religion. Trying to keep up with you. And I don't know if I can do it. Oh no, I've said too much. Haven't said enough. Thought that I heard you laughing. Thought that I heard you sing. I think I thought I saw you cry. That was just a dream. Try, lie. That was just a dream. Just a dream. Just a dream. I got one or two more songs at most in me before I kind of collapse. But this is what I always love to do.
Sinking.
Most people have noise, but Table 3. I'll get up there. I will wear that dress. Oh, kiss me. You need to be what I need. Out on the moonlit floor, lift your open hand, strike up the band and make the fireflies dance. Silver moon sparkling. So kiss me. like there's some standards in here. I don't know if I feel like doing Psycho Killer today though. Let's definitely do Brown Eyed Girls last song. And then forgetting what kit, right? I want to tune up one more time for last song here. That's good. I feel a little happier. All right, Brown Eyed Girl last song. It's a good song too though. Jumping in the misty morning fog with my heart's a jumping at you, brown-eyed girl. You, my brown-eyed girl. Whatever happens, Tuesday and so slow. Transistor radio, and in the summer mountain, hiding behind a rainbow's wall, slipping and a sliding all along the waterfall with you, brown-eyed girl. You, my brown-eyed girl. Echo there. We already did the one I love. We haven't done this one though. This one's not so hard on my voice, I think. this song for some strange reason. Always have. All right, this last one I don't play along, but it's a very short song. If I could save time in a bottle, the first thing that I'd like to do is to save every day till eternity passes away, just to spend them with you. If I could make days last forever, if words could make wishes come true, I'd save every day like a treasure, and then again I would spend them with you. But there never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do once you find them. I've looked around enough to know that you're the one I want to go through time with. If I had a box just for wishes and dreams that had never come true, the box would be empty except for the memory of how they were answered by you. But there never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do once you find them. Looked around enough to know you're the one I want to go through time with. Pretty song. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home, country roads. All my memories gather around her, Finder's Lady, stranger to blue water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky, just a taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. She calls me, radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get the feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home, country roads, take me home, care. What's the... Just yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone. And the plans they made couldn't end you. I walked out this morning and I wrote down this song. Just can't remember who to send it to. I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I'd always thought that I'd see you again. Won't you look down upon me, Jesus? You gotta help me make a stand. You just got to see me through another day. My body's aching, my time is at hand. I won't make it any other way. Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I'd always thought that I'd see you, baby, one more time again now. Then walking my mind to an easy time, my back turned towards the sun. Lord knows when the cold wind blows, it'll turn your head around. And there's hours of time on the telephone line to talk about things to come. Sweet dreams and flying machines in pieces on the ground. I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I'd always thought that I'd see you, baby, thought I'd see you one more time again. There's just a thing coming my way this time around now. Thought I'd see you right away now. La 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 la. James Taylor action. Wait, what happened here? Oops, I did something bad. Let's click on an ad. No. Here we go. Here's a song for you. Where do I do this one? I don't even remember. I think it's No Capo, right? Little tuning. I'm a little out. It happens. Happens to the best of us. Actually, it was perfectly in tune. You'll say we've got nothing in common, no common ground to start from, and we're falling apart. You'll say world has come between us, lives have come between us. Still I know you just don't care. And I said, what now? Breakfast to me, she said. said, I think I remember the film, and as I recall, I think you kinda liked it. I said, well, that's one thing that we've got. I see you, the only one who knew me. Now your eyes see through me. It's that I was wrong. Someone now, babe, you see we're over. Big when things are over. Too much is left undone. And I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany's? She said, I think I remember the film, and as I recall, I think you both kinda liked it. And I said, well, that's one thing that we've got. You think we've got nothing in common. So coming round to start from, now we're falling apart. You'll say, girl, that's come between us. Lives have come between us. Still, I know you just don't care. And I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany's? She said, I think I remember the film, and as I recall, I think we both kinda liked it. And I said, well, that's one thing that we've got. Oh, and I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany's? She said, I think I remember the film, and as I recall, I think we both kinda liked it. And I said, well, that's one thing that we've got. And I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany's? She said, I think I remember the film, and as I recall, I think we both kinda liked it. And I said, well, that's one thing that we've got. Oh, okay, my voice is dead, which is good. My intention was to murder it. Go on, stop. I said stop, not go. Headphones start getting warm after a while on those warm days. Do here, get out of that, switch over to this, click over here, put this guitar down here. Beautiful guitar. We'll play a different guitar on Sunday. Tomorrow shall be by federal decree. Turn off the reverb for you. Tomorrow will be by federal decree a Ken's Piano Lounge Day, just a standard Ken's Piano Lounge. Because last time we did the piano, we played from the fake book, which is funner. I loved it. But we want to play the standard. We're going to play Misty. We're going to play Girl from Ipanema. We're going to play a whole bunch of the standard. We're going to play Flashdance. We're going to play prayer, a little prayer for me. What's that one? Say a little prayer. Obey, Burt Bacharach. We're gonna play lots of great songs. We'll play some Steely Dan songs, play some Todd Rundgren songs. It's lounge act. This Diet Coke has definitely seen its better days. It's kind of warm, it's kind of tan, and it is not effervescent, as we like to say in the game. It started out all those ways. I don't know what happened to it. Most of it was consumed, which is a good thing. I usually get about that full. This stream is powered by Diet Coke. It's not sponsored by Diet Coke. Should be, but it is not. Okay, thanks again for everybody who came by. Science, everyone. Charles came by. I'll see you in a while. See what else I want to say. Yeah, tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. standard Pacific time, or whatever time zone that is for you, the regular time. I'm going to be rating my personal. Not actually, I have never met this person, but is in the. I'm in the Twitch music creator clubs, and so is she. No, actually, I don't think she is. She wouldn't bother. But it's heavenly, all right. So, hold on a second here. Oops, what did I just do? Back to face cam. I know what I did. Okay, Raid Heavenly. I'm so glad we had this time together, just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long. Goodbye, everyone.